Welcome or welcome back. I'm Caren, and this is Evening Restorative Yoga, a practice of 5 relaxing restorative yoga poses to help you unwind from your day and put to rest some things that are still swirling around in your mind and body so that you can get a better night's sleep. We're going to keep things very simple with just a yoga bolster and a blanket. And let's begin in supported spinal twist. Sitting on your left hip, bring your bolster in front of you. Lengthwise up one part of the mat, and grab your blanket. Folding it into a thick fold, this is what I'd call a double square fold, and you can find more information in my restorative yoga book if you're unfamiliar with blanket folds. You'll sit against the bolster with your left hip, and bring your legs at 45-degree angles. With the blanket placed between the shin as well as the ankle, rest that knee area right on top so the feet feel really effortless, and then turn to face the bolster. Placing your hands on either side, find that natural twist starting to happen through the upper spine, and then exhale and lower, turning your cheek to the bolster. Let your arms relax in front of you. They can open out to the side or a little bit more forward so that the shoulders are relaxed. Palms are down as you close the eyes. Make any adjustments here in your position so that there's less effort. Not seeking a sense of deep stretch, but rather relaxation. It's likely that there's been a lot of activity today, being pulled in different directions, as we often are. And so this is an opportunity to stop tugging at the body, to let the mind soften, and to ease your way into rest. No longer having any place that you need to be or anything that you need to do. I'll offer moments of silence during our practice together so that you can more clearly feel and sense what's going on in your experience without noise. Sometimes this takes a little getting used to and might feel unnatural, and that's okay. Invite yourself to listen to the breath, to feel the natural breath moving, and to continue to anchor yourself into what's here and now. Transition out by pulling your hands closer in toward your shoulders and lifting your chest from there, unwinding the twist, facing toward your knees. Keep going, spinning around, removing the blanket until you're on your opposite hip. Allow the knees to come out at those familiar 45 degrees and place the blanket right in between the foot and the shin. Place your hands on either side of the bolster, starting to turn your upper body into a gentle twist. Exhale and lower. Turn your other cheek to the bolster and let your arms soften. Enter into stillness and silence on this side, staying with the anchor of your breath, relaxing all tension little by little, letting yourself get heavier in toward the props and the floor. On your next inhale, support yourself with your palms pulled in toward your shoulders and lift up gently out of the twist. Facing away from the bolster, remove the blanket as you extend your legs long. We'll transition into supported bridge next. Unfold your blanket 2 times until it's as wide as the mat, and place that down on one half of the mat. Turn around to face your bolster and turn it widthwise. Then sit on top of the bolster with your feet on the other side so you can lower down onto the blanket with your head. Feet are hip distance, toes point straight forward. Use your forearms to lower. And then readjust yourself as you need, placing more or less of your low back against the support of the bolster so that there's some ease there. A relaxation arrives. The hips are supported. The backs of the shoulders take most of the weight here. The neck is effortless. And then the arms go to a V with the palms up. You can move your feet forward, back, out, or in until it feels relatively effortless to allow your knees to face up toward the ceiling and receive some relaxation deep into the hips. You might even ask those areas of your body to let go, to release any grip or holding they might have. Taking a few more expansive breaths here, in through the nose and out through the mouth, can also help you find a sense of settling, relaxation. And when the body starts to feel at ease, if the eyes aren't already closed, close them now. It's natural to have thoughts arise, especially if there was some event from the day that's hanging on, physically, mentally, emotionally. It takes some time for the grip to loosen. Know that there is no way to practice this wrong or to not be good at this. Yoga is always about coming home to your true nature, not about what a pose looks like. Find that sense of home here now. Maybe it's in the physical self, when you allow yourself to relax. Maybe it's through forgiveness for something that happened today. Compassion for any mistakes or any self-consciousness that may have arose from the events of the day. Allowing all of this to settle into these moments of feeling more at ease and peaceful, of recognizing your true nature. Continuing on, we start to make some movement. Bringing the hands toward the bolster, push into the feet and slide the bolster forward until the pelvis can lower to the floor. You might choose to pull the knees in, give yourself a little hug. And then roll over onto a side. And come upright. Turning the bolster lengthwise again up the mat, we'll transition into supported child's pose. You can use the blanket several ways here. If you need more support, more lift, you can fold it on top of the bolster into a rectangle fold. If you need some support for your knees or for your ankles, you can instead choose to roll up the blanket, taking the long side, rolling it up, and placing that two ways, either in between the knee joints here. Especially helpful if you notice that the heart and the hips are not in one line as you lower. Or you could choose to place this blanket roll underneath the ankles. Pulling the bolster in, the knees are wide, and lowering down. So using the support however you desire, whatever's best for your body. You can find more ways and variations of practicing to support your body in my restorative yoga book. Truly, this is a personalized practice and there is no right way. All of our bodies are different and to be celebrated. So as you lower down now, let your arms come to the floor, palms flat, turning a cheek. As the eyes close, finding a space of softness in the breath. A gentle hug of the bolster. And giving yourself over to ease more fully. If you like, gently lift your head and slide your other cheek to the bolster, continuing to rest here. Slowly transition out by breathing in and pulling your hands closer toward your shoulders. Lifting up as your chin comes in line with your chest, rise into a table position. You can scoot the bolster forward a bit. Extend one leg back at a time. We'll reawaken into each knee joint by pressing the toes against the floor, pushing back slightly, invigorating all of the muscles, engaging, and doing the same thing to the other leg. Once complete, drop both of your knees down. And let's take the blanket from whatever you folded it before or you rolled it. We're going to bring it into the size of the mat widthwise, and then fold it over another time and likely another time into the thick double square fold that you have here, and place that at one part of your mat, and pull your bolster off to the side as you sit on your left hip. Transitioning into supine spinal twist, you'll pull the bolster down toward your legs. And with the leg that's on the floor, lengthen it a bit, not all the way straight. Stacking the hips, take the top leg on top of the bolster at the knee all the way to the ankle. And then lower down onto your shoulder. Stacking the shoulders, rest your head on the blanket. You don't have to have your knee so far down or so far up that it doesn't feel supported. So find a space likely right in the middle where there's a lot of ease here in the hip joint. As we begin the twist, we'll take the top arm here, relaxing the head. Inhale, lift it up. And then exhale, slide the arms wide into a T or lower into a V shape until you feel relaxed, open at the chest, and completely supported with your leg on the bolster. If when you do this, the arm that's reaching behind you is lifted up into the air and not supported, then I recommend taking your hand to your waist, letting the elbow drop gently down toward the floor, and allowing the twist to still come here, but without so much effort. You might choose to close your eyes. And the head can be wherever the neck feels most effortless. Twists are some of my go-to poses at the end of the day. A gentle rejuvenation that arises and a deeper capacity for effortless breath. So helpful before getting into bed for sleep. On your next breath in, close your arms together to the side. Gently lift yourself up, sliding your knee off the bolster. Come up sideways. Transfer your blanket to the other side. Push your bolster down. Coming onto the other hip. Let's bring the other leg on top of the bolster, lowering down as we practice the twist, the supine spinal twist on the other side. Make any adjustments here so that you'll be comfortable. And then open up through the arm, remembering that you can take the hand to the waist or all the way into a T or a V shape. Close the arms back together in your own time. Release the knee from the bolster. Press yourself up a little bit. Resting on your forearm, open up your blanket that you used for your head just one time. And then spin your bolster underneath your knees widthwise. So you come onto your back. Into basic relaxation pose. Extend the legs. Knees and thighs supported by the bolster. Extend the arms into a V. The back of the head is supported on the blanket. Closing the eyes here. Take a fuller breath in, filling up from the belly to the chest. Pausing the breath at the top. Release out through the mouth. For everything that came before. Breathing in through the nose. Filling fully up, pausing briefly at the top if that's comfortable. And breathing out through the mouth. Releasing into the present moment. And last breath, filling up completely. Pausing at the very top. And breathing out the mouth, releasing anything that is yet to come. Relax the breath, in and out through the nose. Soften all effort. Become aware of how the volume of the day has been turned down through the presence and the relaxation of this moment. This is always available to us if we practice it, if we remember to seek it, remember that this is our true nature. You might choose to stay here for longer, or I'll invite you to transition into your bed now, especially if you're practicing this right before bed. So bring your knees in and curl into a ball on your side. Keeping the eyes closed if possible, press yourself up. Finding a seat, any comfortable seat. Bring the palms together at the heart in Anjali Mudra to honor the time we spent together in practice and to honor all the realized beings who have brought the knowledge of yoga to us. Release the hands and open the eyes. And invite yourself into your evening, welcoming deep rest. Such a pleasure to practice with you. You can find more on my website at CarenBaginski.com and here on my YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe, like, leave me a comment below sharing how your practice went. And I hope that you have a good night's sleep.